As long as Cherie's happy, I'm happy.
The following show is for mature audiences only.
Yeah, they was mess charging a bunch. But you know, they was giving us a lot of space. Like I said, I got to be better in all facets of the game for myself so that I can put us in a better situation to be better. You know, I got to be better in the running game for my team and for the guys too. So yeah, I just got to keep improving. But the Falcons, they did good. But you know, some stuff out there that you know, I got to improve on so that we can get those extra hitting yards too.
It was something, man. It was definitely a community. You know, I brought one of my best friends who's a diehard Packer fan to the game. And, you know, he's just like, what the fuck, man? I got to go to this game. And I was like, don't worry, it's going to be fun. I'm going to bring you to Tailgate. And we were just sitting there taking pulls out of the makers, and we're just looking around, and you just see, like, a community, you know? And it was cool to be a part of something like that, you know, because my wife doesn't understand, like, the passion on Sundays, like me throwing the pillows at the TV and, like, freaking out, you know, and like to be around people that kind of go through like the same struggle on Sundays, you know, and like have the same passion, but to see everybody kind of like there for you guys was actually like really, really cool, you know.
Absolutely, man. We do this for Lurie's Children's Hospital, man. So next year we may pick another charity or maybe doing it for Lurie's Children's Hospital again. But December, I think 17th or December 15th, we're dropping off thousands and thousands of toys, and they're gonna get a big check also from us from all the money we've collected, man. For Lurie's children, imagine the look on these children's faces, man, when they're getting toys from Bear Mysterio, from Oso Grande, from Billy Flores, Billy the Van. Billy the Van has the Chicago Bears van, which actually it's another story. It broke down that same day you guys showed up. It was like, I gotta get it fixed. But it's a big Bears van. It's good, but he'll have it fixed by the time. We're delivering these toys and this money to the Lurie's Children's Hospital, bro. We do everything for charity. We don't want to charge people for anything. We just ask you to bring a toy donation. We ask you to bring a cash donation because nothing goes in our pockets. We pay for the food, and we ask people, hey, you want to come and hang out? You know, bring food to share, or if you want to bring your own grill, you could, you know, cook your own food, whatever. But we'll always have food there, and we'll have drinks there. But everything we do is for Lurie's Children's Hospital right now.
I have to say one thing. I have to thank you guys because, like you said, it's not easy to be a fan from Connecticut of the Bears and even from Germany. Just before I meet you guys, it was the Falcons game 2 years ago. I first saw Bears Our Live. You know, I was like vacuuming every Sunday because at the week I got a job, and at the weekend I'm doing the house, and then I'm thinking about the game because I have no one to talk about it. You know, my wife is like, yeah, okay, but it's football. Leave me alone, you know?
Yeah, right, exactly.
I am out with it.
Yeah. And then first seeing you, it was so nice to have guys that here to us fans and are there for us and have like a football family, you know. And in that time, like in these 2 years, I met so much German Bears fans because I was reaching out to guys, and we founded the first German Bears fan club now, and we are 60 people. So without you guys, it isn't possible.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Chicago's trading up.
100.
Yes!
What?
Here it is! Just recorded.
The tape never lies.
Other people drop off, but we still keep rocking.
You'll never know how good your football team's going to be until you play with maximum effort.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition. Take over the North and never give it back.
Smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east to west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now them out stuck like the now and later. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added the barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane. What we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth, you see. We laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Trick Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Justin Fields gets outside the pocket, puts that ball perfectly where only Mooney can get it. 1 point, 2 feet.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Birds never lie.
Yeah, exactly.
My name's Draft Dr. Phil from TTNL. The tape never lies. Listen, now, we're out here partnering with First and 10 Tailgate and family. If you're here for the tape never lies, let me hear a hell yeah. Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. If you're here, honestly, seriously, how many of you believe in Justin Fields right now? Let me hear it. TTNL is family. We say it all the time, and you have told me straight up, we are the same thing. We're all about family. I came in all the way from Connecticut to embrace this team. You guys opened up your arms to us, and I can't thank you guys enough. God bless you guys, man. Thank you for coming by. Everything they do here is for charity. Take a look at all these fans, TTNL heads out here live. Make some noise. Let's go! Hans, all the way from Germany here. From Germany. Germany. What's up? Father, Detlef. Yeah. Not Slim. Jason Onstad. John Santino. Tell them Steve and his twin brother Sean. Heather Stanley, John. got my producer here. What's up, everybody, man? Hey, let's get it for today, man. Let's stay down all day right now. I really want to thank all the fans for coming out here to support TTNL as well as the First and 10 Tailgate. If you haven't donated, everything goes to charity. That's what it's about. TTNL is family.
TTNL forever! There we go, baby.
Look at this, TTNL
Losers!
That's a
Cherie, you're on mute.
Cherie, you're on mute.
Wow. Okay, I really messed up already. Anyway, we're gonna have a fun night tonight. We're gonna be talking football, of course, Bears, Justin Fields, and the injuries, and of course, how Zach Wilson don't know how to apologize, but our QB does. True leaders. But let me stop talking and bring in the guys that y'all are really here to see. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the smartest man, Shane Marsall.
Hey.
And then we draft Dr. Phil.
There we are.
I don't know what software you're using to not let people talk to you, but I got to install some of that on Phil's computer.
We're here. Cherie,
What's up,
you
Coach?
made it.
Yeah, I'm here too. Look like
Happy
a midget
Thanksgiving.
in the film there.
Phil's dealt with
Little
it.
person.
Phil's dealt with it his
Little
whole life, Coach. You can deal with it for a couple minutes.
We're here. What a great open shout out to Trent Emery for
Yeah, it was
putting
awesome.
that together. That was so dope.
Did Cherie just have the worst open in TTNL history? I'm pretty positive, baby. I thought Claude set the bar so low nobody would go below it, but Cherie definitely did it there.
Hey, if you're gonna be good at something,
That's
do it
right.
right?
Hey, you did it. You did it right. And Claudio's looking on, probably. He's very proud of you right there.
Claudio say he now y'all can't pick on him no more. So.
Right.
You're welcome, Claudio.
There you go. A lot of people obviously Thanksgiving, time to give thanks. We always talk about TTNL as family. I got my family here tonight. Probably is going to be the most condensed Keeping It 100 in the history of Keeping It 100. My goal,
and it's still going to be longer than any other show out there.
Exactly. 10:30. That's my goal. I missed
10:39. I let everybody know
It's going to end at 10.
We got a hard out at 10:39. Phil said
10:39.
I said to Phil, I'm like, that's such a specific time.
I was typing as I was getting in the shower, so I had no reading glasses, so I hit the 9 instead of the 0. But yes, you see, my father's here, Coach O.
Hey, Coach O.
Yeah, thank you. I want to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. I started my celebration today. I went down to the Powder Puff, which is Lyman Hall against Sheehan.
Nice.
And there was at least 4,000 people there.
That's something.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
You know, we're the first high schools were rivalries since 1971.
Wow.
And I came in before that, and I saw the new high school being built, and knew that was going to be a problem for us because we're separating our talent. And as it turned out, we both won the state championship in the same year.
What year was that?
1985.
Wow. A lot of good things happened.
Perfect timing, right?
In 1985. It seemed surreal at the time, right?
It certainly was. Bears winning it and we winning it. It was unbelievable. But anyway, we beat our arch rival 31-6 that year. And they won the state championship first. And we had to play against the team that was undefeated for 3 years. And we ended up beating them with 24 kids. Only 14 kids played in the game.
They were also ranked like 4th in the country.
We beat them 28-18.
It's called coaching, right, Coach?
That's how you win. Coach them up.
No, I tell you what, they were a bunch of great kids that had a lot of desire and that tenacity, and they wanted to win this game so bad. As a matter of fact, we finished the game with one guy separating his shoulder, our best football player, and played the game with one arm. Doctor, what he told me, he says, listen, if he gets hurt again and comes off the field, he's all done. Well, he played with one arm, and the other kid, I didn't know about this till after the game, but he had broken ribs, our fullback. Oof. So both of those kids, they just wouldn't give up.
There you go. My dad going down memory lane here.
Love it. We need some positive football results here.
I know.
There you go. Yep, I like it.
Not Notre Dame. Jesus.
Hey, Notre Dame's coming back. Right?
Oh, yeah, well, college football's been great this year. I'll tell you the truth, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, me too.
We all are enjoying college football. It's the Chicago Bears that continue to deviate from the direction. There's a lot of questions as we look at this football team in regards to injuries, effort, and I gotta say, after cutting the tape and start putting this together, there's certain plays on there that make you wonder, are you even trying to win? It really puts a damper on it.
Phil, I didn't want to buy into that
at
all. You and I talked on the phone today about it quite extensively. And when your head coach comes out and they're doing a QB sweep and your quarterback gets hurt on first down with 1:42 left and you're down by 3. Starting at your own 20-yard line. So they call QB sweep. Your guy goes out of bounds, gets hurt. They call a timeout, and you see him obviously struggling. But then he goes back out on second down. There's some miscommunication, but just remove the miscommunication from it. Then the next play call is a draw play
that they
It makes no sense at all. That to me kind of tells you that they're like, yeah, let's just maybe pump the brakes. And I know nobody wants to believe that, but they lost the game. And right now they're in the number 3 draft slot. Had they won the game, they're at 14.
Yeah.
Number 3 or number 14. And
that's a big leap in draft positioning. Alleged communication is Travis T. I was watching back the coach's interview there. But I got to say, if you're a patron, I'm going to unveil some plays, not just the Sam Mustafa running a pattern in the end zone play that I called on BHL last week.
JT O'Sullivan said he was wide open. It is breakdown.
But there's a play in there from a player that I feel is like turning the corner on his career that is so suspect that you are going to want to just subscribe just to watch me break that down. So sign up, become a patron, thetapeneverlies.com. Our patron Trent Emery capturing unbelievably the tailgate that we were at 2 weeks ago. Now it feels like a lifetime ago. But really capturing the moment, QB1, and then you get to see Justin do what he does on the football field. The reality is I have to just keep the record right there on the player real quick. I know we got some more surprises in the background, but I want to just say there is a showcase that you have to question whether or not, if you're not trying to win in the NFL, that's not a good thing, especially if you're trying to create a culture. Speaking of culture, is there a special drop?
Nerd alert!
There you go.
Look, there you are. Can you say hi?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hey, girls. We are
Remember,
all.
you're going to be
we are
hosting
all-
with Mr. Shane on Cars
Yeah.
Keys in 2 weeks.
That's right. Yeah.
You're replacing Daddy when he's gone, okay?
We are all glad you girls look like mommy and not daddy.
So is Daddy. Daddy's very glad too. Well, we just wanted to come on before I start putting them to bed. You could see what I deal with. But thanks to all the patrons. All right. Everybody, this is a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for everybody for paying attention, for listening, all of it. You see what I deal with, and this is why our show starts when it does, because I need to get these animals to bed. But really, really, thank you, everyone. You know, Phil and Shane, thank you for letting me do this ridiculousness that I do every week. Love everybody. Really, it was great to meet everybody at the tailgate, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
So
Thank you for coming on.
Of course. Hey, and you, Phil.
Oh, me.
You.
I'm above you up here. I'm
sorry, I can't. It's unusual. There we go. That's
Talk
better.
down
That's
at me
better.
again.
There we go. Happy Thanksgiving. Glad that you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Tell your wife I'm glad she's feeling better. And and Cherie, if Steph texts you, it's going to be to hide my body. Please do not answer that phone call.
I mean, I got to look out for my girl. So
Cars, you missed the best open
need
ever.
an alibi.
Cherie introed the show and talked for about 17 seconds while she was on mute.
Yeah. I can't wait to
What?
We'll clean it up in post.
Yeah, we'll clean it up in
post.
post. That's right.
It's good.
It's only a live show. Don't worry.
It's fine. I love you
Oh my
guys.
God.
We'll talk to you later.
CHGO will sign her by Tuesday.
Yeah, perfect. We'll see you.
There was the great Cars jumping on, saying happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a little bit different kid interaction than last week on the show, but you know, happy Thanksgiving.
What do you guys do? It's nice to see some of these guys jump on real quick, say happy Thanksgiving. And I want to just piggyback off that. I want to thank all the fans out there that came out. Some of you not even with tickets, just to come out and meet us and be a part of TTNL. It was awesome. I also just want to thank the continuous support for the network and the truth. Sometimes it's very difficult for you, the fan, and me, the analyst, Shane, and everybody to dive into this stuff. But as you could see, I must have gone at least, and I would have been sick with a stomach issue for the last 52 hours it was, and it was just killing. I didn't even pay attention to anybody. So I woke up and everybody was talking about my rant. I don't even remember what I said on the rant, but I know I'm short, right?
That covered it right there.
I'm not short on a rant.
Shane, that was a good one.
It's called comedic timing, coach.
He doesn't have any comedic timing. But yes, not being short, this passion that we have to analyze the truth. That's where this whole thing is born. And that's where it'll always be. For me, just keeping it 100, watching that tape, I just pulled away, just wondering.
You don't want to believe it. You
don't want to believe it.
Yeah, but it's almost like that's what it is, man. Cars and I talked about it last night on Cars Keys, and I can't see any other valid reason why you're calling a draw play there with your quarterback that's hurt. Granted, it didn't end up being a draw play, but still, that was the play call. You're down by 3 points, and what is there, like a minute 31 left at that point?
Yeah, it was above.
It's hard to explain.
Over 90 seconds to go in a game with you down by 3.
Yeah, 3.
The first play call is a sweep, clear. The second play call it turns into a QB draw. Now, the problem with the first play call is Justin lays on the ground for about 20 seconds, almost like
'Cause he's hurt,
Homer
yeah.
Simpson laying on the ground after a bag of donuts, just laying there. So the backup, Simeon, starts warming up.
Yeah.
They call timeout to keep Justin in the game, if you remember this correctly. So the very next play, they keep Justin in the game and then they call a draw to David Montgomery. You could see it on the tape. David sidesteps, but Justin already takes off. So there's some miscommunication between those two, right? But to your point, why are you running draw?
That's not the proper play call in that situation.
You're throwing the ball. You traded a second-round pick for Claypool. Early in the game, you have Darnell Mooney running trips, running slot fade, gets open. Looks like he slows down. It's very hard to decipher who's at fault, but I'm going to put it on Mooney.
I am putting it on
the way
Mooney. You and I talked about, I don't know if you got a chance to review that.
No,
I
put it all on there. Yeah.
He starts tracking at what, about the 42?
That's-
I mean, the ball lands at the 18. So, I mean, that entire time from the 42 on. Pizza's ready.
What the hell is going on out there? We have a show here. What are you doing?
I should have left the phone, but it's my son Randy. Let me talk to him.
Oh my God.
Hey, Rand.
He might fall down off the show.
This is the best son he's talking to. I don't even know Randy, but
no.
I just want to tell you.
He's still talking in it. Oh my God. Dad, step out.
Bill, could you hear me?
Oh my God. You can't make this up.
Randy, you still got the rash?
That's what happens
You
when
got to
get
put
these
the ointment
tremendous
on.
Guests, very popular.
You got to apply the lotion, Randy.
Are you all right sitting there?
Yeah.
You're like Harry Carey all of a sudden.
I got it up.
Claudio got it up. Hey, Rand, how you doing? Hold on, I'm on a show. Let me call you back. You can't make it up. This is what this show is about. Keep it at 100.
There's
but to
no
your point,
script.
Shane, he starts tracking the ball.
Yeah, it's way too
And Dad,
early.
you know the coaching point. When you're running a fade, you got to run through the route. If the guy makes contact with you, now you're take a peek and sprint through the route, throwing your hands up at the last second.
I think it's 100% on Mooney.
If
Watching
they
it back.
score there, Shane, it's a boat race for the Bears.
Totally agree.
It's such a momentum share. You haven't hit that all year. And then the other thing this is another thing that I hate about the tanking is you can't build a culture and then on the other end decide that you want to get a higher draft pick because the future is more important than the now. The now has to always take priority. As I said on BHL, the Jacksonville Jaguars have had a top 10 pick for the last 15, 20 years, right? They've done nothing. You can't gamble on that. The culture, the coaching, and playing to win is always going to be the number one thing. And the draft is a crapshoot.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crapshoot. So we all can like whoever we like in the draft. And everyone's going to tell you, hey, back then I loved Warren. I loved this guy. I loved that guy. But I put my name to it. A lot of people just say they said. That's great. I'm glad you said it to fucking Bratcher at a bar in Kanaki. But that shit doesn't matter now, right?
I'm pretty positive you just extremely butchered that name. But
Horribly butchered that.
How do you say the town?
It's called Kankakee.
Kankakee.
Like
Who would butcher that name, Jane? I mean, come on.
You would.
Kankakee.
Bratcher just added somebody to the All Access Facebook page named Kankakee.
Oh my God. There is hope. I hope they're not tanking, but everything you're seeing is a Kankakee in my side right now.
That play call kind of solidified it for me, Phil. I mean, I it's hard to digest, but when you're talking, listen, I think that the end of the day, if let's just say they lose out and they secure the number 2 overall pick, well, then it's a fire sale for that
right,
pick.
They're going to trade back.
Yeah, they're going to 100. They're not sitting at 2 and drafting anybody. Right. It's going to be a fire sale. Hey, what quarterback is left over? Because the way that it's not just going to be Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. Phil and I talked about it today. You can not agree with it, but I'll tell you right now, Levis is going to be in play up that high come draft day. You can mark it down, hold me accountable, bring it up later. Just telling you.
But my question is, what's the logic? Tank to get the high draft pick just to trade it away?
Because then you're accumulating more assets.
Accumulated more asset now.
If you trade down, say from number 2,
first round picks, and you'll get 2 seconds or whatever you're getting.
Yeah, you're gonna accumulate a ton. Look what Miami did. Miami moved around, and it's pick accumulation mode. They're going down to a team that's going to want to come up and get a quarterback. You're going to get multiple ones. You're going to get another second rounder this year, probably another third rounder, and those next year. That's what you're talking about. If you're at 14, you're removing all of that option is off the table. I don't agree with the tanking philosophy. I would never buy into it, but man, it sure seems like that is what they're doing to me.
I can't believe that, because number one, the coach has got a reputation. He's got to win. I don't care if it's every week you go out there to win, and if you start playing that game, you're not worth your salt. But let me tell you something.
That's what we're worried about.
But I don't think that comes from him.
It's upstairs.
That's what I'm saying.
So, Coach, let me ask you.
On the plane with them.
Let me ask you, Coach. Second, and what did Justin pick up on the QB sweep? How many yards? Was it 1, 2, 3?
No, it was like 3 or 4.
All right, so let's just say 4 yards. So, Coach, you got a 2nd and 6 with a quarterback that's clearly injured. You put him back out there. There's about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. You're down by 3. What justification is there to call a draw play to your running back from the 26-yard line?
Plus, he endangered his quarterback being in there. I don't think he should have been in there.
Right.
He was injured. He should have been on the sideline, and your second quarterback should have been in there.
Absolutely, right. but even then, the play call was a draw play to the running back that they did. There was a miscommunication and ended up being a keeper for the quarterback kept it. It's
exactly. Plus, you're working on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It makes
you got to get to. I didn't even see the game. You just talked about 3 running plays.
Yeah,
it should have been 3 running plays,
and you're only down by 3. That's the thing.
And
you don't have to go down and score a touchdown. You have to go down and you have to kick a field goal. Your field goal kicker just attempted a 56-yarder, and I mean he wasn't off by that much.
He hit the crossbar.
Yeah,
right?
He wasn't off by that much, but there's no. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, there's no justification for that play call in that situation. Draw play to the running back. It just I don't understand it.
Well,
I don't.
Let me ask you this, because I don't even know what's going on in Chicago right now. Is he playing this week, the quarterback?
We don't know.
Yeah, I think I will be
day to day. They said
I will be very surprised if he does. It seems like there's a lot of gamesmanship because Simeon is a pocket passer, a guy that's gonna 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3, boom. Justin is a kid that can run around, make plays, buy time in the pocket, make some plays with his legs. Eberflus essentially admitted it. Tate just come through.
I have no idea what's going on over there.
But I think that Eberflus is just keeping it, hey, he may play, so the Jets have to prepare for Justin Fields, and it's going to be I don't see any way that you can sell me that he should be out there versus the
family
Jets.
Drama.
So let me, Ivan. I mean, can you? Just speak your truth. You're going to be disappointed if you see Justin Fields trotted out there on Sunday, right? Or no?
The way that Justin was talking in the interview, this presser, today, it just seems like he wants to be out there. I get that he wants to be out there, but it has to be 100%, because if he goes out there and he takes a shot to that shoulder again, it aggravates it and it tears some more, and then it's something else. I'm going to be livid, because it's like, hey, you could give him the week or 2 weeks or whatever it needs to heal, and then you could still play him when in that back half of the season, that end of the season, the last month. Like I said, it's murderer's row, but you could still play him the last, 4 games?
Well, Justin, I don't know. Did you see the entire interview?
I did.
He made that comment.
Yes.
He's like, I'm not gonna, essentially what he said, not so many words. I'm not gonna, bust my ass to get out there and then put the rest of the games in jeopardy.
Right.
After that. So I just think, to me, I don't think this is going to be a Justin decision at all. I think it's going to be Ryan Poles and Eberflus. To me, they're just playing the gamesmanship part. Mm-hmm. Oh, you prepare for this kid because, hey, he might play. I don't think there's any way in hell they're going to put him out. Listen, you lose that kid, you
draft in second.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And Justin is an ultimate competitor. I love the kid. I love his leadership. Yep. He wants to be out there.
And that's what you want.
But if he can't go on Friday, if Friday it's still a problem, then there's no need for him to go out there. There's no need for him to go out there, get hurt with a really good Jets defense, like
on turf.
On turf.
I don't think. Right. Yeah. I think that's a factor.
Yeah, I want Justin to be. I want him to play, no doubt, but I don't want him to play if there's any question in his mind that he can't play, that he can't go, or if it's like you see that there's something significant that's hindering him in practice and while you're going through these going through plays and stuff like that. If he can't get that arm, he even talked about it, the rotation. There's certain movements that really hurt, and he has to get that muscle stronger. So it's like, if you see that on Friday, then there's no reason you should go ahead and risk it. If he's good for the Packers game, awesome. But even if he isn't, you have a bye right after that.
Well,
and he could go and play the rest of the season.
That's the ultimate wild card for me, is having that bye in 2 weeks. And I understand, you want him to play against the Packers at home and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you're not fighting for a playoff spot. You're a 3-win football team. You have to remove Justin's feelings, thoughts, all of that from the equation completely. If I'm Ryan Poles and I'm the general manager, I'm going down to the head coach's office. I said, he's not playing. You can say whatever you want publicly. He is not playing this week. And then we will reassess next week and see. But you're heading into the bye, because like I said, man, you want your quarterback to be out there. You want him to want to be out there. And that's a big key. And you can feel the stress when he's talking about it. You can that it matters to him. But these guys are all ultimate competitors. They're at the top of their profession for a reason. Most of them, Justin is an alpha, and he's 23 years old, but you have to make the decision for him. It's no different than being a parent. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I just, with Justin, I don't mind him sitting out. Him sitting out a week could be a refresher for him. Watching it, just watching from the sidelines, mental, and that if he does sit, it's going to eat at him, but it's going to eat at him in a good way. because the guy, like we said before, the guy's the ultimate competitor. He wants to win. He wants to win here. He wants to be the leader of that team. Like apologizing, like he is the anti-Zach Wilson, right? The guy taking it upon his shoulders to be, hey, this was on me. We had a 3-point. We're down 3. It's a 3-point game. I didn't get us down the field. That's all you could ask for at a certain point. For a guy to go ahead and give his body, his heart, and his soul on the field, and then go ahead and take it upon himself when things don't go right. Like, to me, Justin Fields' leadership is through the roof. There's no doubt in my mind he's our QB1 for the future. It's just, and I agree with you, protect him from himself. But, to get to my point, I think Justin could benefit from playing. But if it gets to the point where they're like, hey, man, we don't want you to get hurt, I don't think it's going to hurt him at all. I think it's just going to motivate him even more. He's going to be right next to Trevor Siemian. He's going to be studying the playbook. He's going to be doing everything that Justin Fields needs to do, still without any complaints or anything. You could trust that he's going to be right there throughout the entire process.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree. I can't sit here and say I think it may benefit Justin to sit back, because Simeon is a guy that's not athletically gifted like Justin is. Obviously, he's a guy that's going to deliver the ball. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, boom. But there's going to be a little bit more of a rhythm to it, because he has to be. He doesn't have those God-given abilities like Justin has, and there's plays in the game. Like if you go back to the interception, Phil and I were talking about this morning. You look at that. If you see Aaron Rodgers, he'll do that one-step drop and boom, just delivered immediately, and the guy's getting 7-8 yards. He could have delivered that ball to Montgomery immediately on that play. Yes. He's got all of his momentum going forward. Justin holds it. He hops. He holds it. Monty continues his route. Then Monty stops, turns around. He essentially posts up. The Chicago Bears post up offense like they ran forever. They're back to where they should be going. And then Justin sails it, and it goes a little bit high. And I know there's a lot of people out there that believe it was to Mooney. And looking at the tape, it very easily could have been to Mooney. I know Justin himself said that it was to Monty, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, and to that point, there's another play in the game. It's a swing pass. It's a swing pass. David's open immediately, right off the bat. I'm screaming, throw it to him. David's open in the flat, because that's 10 yards. It was David and the cornerback trying to stick with the receiver until he read, hey, all right, it's gonna, I have David in the flat. I got to go ahead and come up and play my position. But David was open. He could have had 12, 15 yards, no doubt. And it's just, and that's not trying to be too critical of Justin, but those are the little things that he needs to learn. And I think, I think you're right. Like if he does sit out this week, maybe it benefits him.
Yeah, you just see things, and that's not a bad thing. If you see Simeon, you're like, oh shit. Listen, a negative for Justin Fields in college through the draft process has always been, you always hear people saying, you got to speed up that clock. You got to speed up your processing just a bit. Phil and I talked about it earlier today. You can see it. Phil, you and I were talking about on that interception. He could have done the Aaron Rodgers. There's other plays. He missed would have been a Claypool's first touchdown as a Bear earlier in the game. He held it a little bit too long. The ball ended up getting batted. Claypool walks in for a touchdown on that. So those are things that Justin needs to improve on. I just don't think there is one bit of belief in Justin Fields' body of who's protecting him.
Right
up front. I mean, you're in the NFL and you have your center that's running around looking for somebody to block, sees two people to block, and it's like he's running a pass route. I mean, Phil pointed it out immediately in game. What is this dude doing? JT O'Sullivan goes on and starts breaking down the play. He's like, well, if your center was eligible, throw it to him. Look at him out there. He's running the best pass route of anybody out there. It's comical.
It was, and then just watching Cody Whitehair, terrible.
Awesome.
Schofield, soft, terrible. Then the best guy is an effort alone is Reef.
Yeah.
and he's, past
33
his
years old.
prime, and he's on the ground trying to block people. And it's a disgrace at this point. I mean, Shane, you and I talked about it. There is no fucking reason whatsoever that Dieter Eiselen isn't starting at center this weekend versus the Jets, showing and analyzing whether or not he can do it. That's what really great coaches
I don't see any
do.
down. You would have to sit me down and show me where the downside is to it, because I with my eyes, I don't see any downside to it. I see way more potential upside than any potential negative play, because Sam Mustipher's had more than enough chances. And I mean, you talk about he ain't a cat at this point. He's not even a cat, bro. They've replaced him.
Lives.
They've replaced him 3 times this year. It's like that scene in Independence Day. The target remains. They nuke it, and the dude's still standing there.
Dude, I'm just telling you, just on strength and athleticism alone, Dieter Eiselen is better than Sam Mustipher.
In body type.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's infuriating me. Because
I looked at him, and if I can interject there, he's a non-athlete.
Yeah.
When I look at him, he's a non-athlete.
Mustipher, you're talking.
Yes.
Yeah, his 0.85 RAS score points to that. I mean, I'm pretty sure the dude that delivers my newspaper, he's.
I don't care how someone can call out a front, how good they could do it. It's up to you as the coach.
Well, that's what Cars and I were talking about it last night. He's like, well, maybe it's because they believe in him calling out the front, calling out the mic. And I said, Cars, he's not calling out the mic. He's like, 52. That's going to be the guy that folds you in half. 52. He's gonna be hitting you.
That's the guy that's going to beat me. Get the quarterback. There are points that you shake your head that this is happening on the NFL level, not just Sam. It's Cody Whitehair. Like, he's not down like this, and he's getting swum over.
It's not just them, Phil. It's Cars and I talked about this last night too. It's an indictment of your head coach. It's an indictment of the offensive line coach. It's an indictment of the general manager, because you're not even seeing any. I understand there's an offensive line problem throughout the league. There needs to be more, it's just there's not a lot of those guys, but you don't see any attempt to rectify it. It's just we're going to put the same guy out there, and then we wonder why we continue to struggle with the same issues. Well, it's not that hard to figure out. And I said, is it Ryan Poles throwing his hands in the air saying, hey, we just need to get through this season? I mean, at the very least, put Dieter at left guard. Put Cody Whitehair at center if that's what you need to do. Try it out. Put Jatiri Carter in there.
I mean, they would have put
Dieter at center.
They would have put Doug Kramer in if Kramer was there. I think
he was the first one up.
I think it would have been no doubt he'd have been the starter. So why not anybody else?
Well, that's because it's politics. That would be a draft pick. Because I'm telling you, just watching Dieter in limited snaps, whether it be preseason, you could say whatever the hell you want. Against the Cowboys, I got to look, and there's an infinite difference of strength at the point of attack. Then Dieter came in against the Cowboys for Tevin Jenkins and played right guard in a pinch, right? So all of a sudden, Schofield, who was on the practice squad, skips over. Like, what are you trying to do here? Like, it just makes no sense at all.
Quinnen Williams has got to be sleeping good at night this week. I'll tell you that. Knowing that he's going against Schofield. Well, I don't think Tevin was a full go today, so that's good news. But I mean, last week, Phil, you could call a stunt every single down against Schofield and Mustipher, and they're
making stupid. I mean, you turn your shoulders on a stunt as a guard,
over.
It's over. And they did it 3 times. I mean,
Well, you gave up sacks to the worst sack team in the league, or one of the worst sack teams in the league. Like, they don't get pressure. They're like us, you know what I'm saying? But better than us because we couldn't really get to Marcus Mariota either. So you gave up sacks to one of the worst teams in the league in pass rush. What do you think the Jets defense is going to do? I agree with Shane 100%. Quentin Williams is happy.
What they're going to do.
Go ahead, Coach.
I got to tell you, our guys couldn't block them.
No.
I mean, you got Matt Jones got sacked 5 times and got hit every play. Every play he went back, he got hit.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something. That defensive line they have at the Jets is probably one of the best I've seen.
Trent Dilfer said, he goes, yeah, you don't put Justin. He didn't say you don't put Justin in. He goes, if Trevor Siemian plays, he's going to get his brains beat into the turf because he doesn't have the ability to buy time. And I mean, it's that to me, that is the mic drop for why you sit him this week. Obviously you're not 100%. He was limited today. If he's limited today, there's no way in hell he's going to be 100% by Sunday.
Well, he mentions taking a shot in the interview. Like, I don't know, I'm going to take a shot. I don't have to take a shot. I don't know what that is. He against it, or is he calling it out that he is? Because he then turns around and says, well, it's 4 days away. And then Coach Eberflus can't give a direct reason why what he's injured. Why
he's doing the gamesmanship. But Dan Weeder asked Justin today, and Justin's like, well, I got a little bit of a separated shoulder. There's a partially torn ligament. So he's like going into detail.
Yeah, exactly. The coach can't do it. They asked the coach, and Eberflus, I'm looking at an advantage. Well, what kind of advantage do you get? Well, they got to prepare for both quarterbacks. That's like the Jets are losing sleep over Trevor Siemian. They're praying that Trevor's playing, right?
Yeah,
because they don't have to deal with Justin.
Yeah, you know where the immobile quarterback is going to be. You know what I mean?
It's a lot right there.
Yeah.
Then can Getsy get it straight and scheme and go to 3-step game? Things that I felt like he should be doing for Justin Fields. Say Siemian does play and they start going 3-step slants, 3-step fades, and doing things that are non-horizontal and going down the field vertically, then we got a serious issue here because.
Well, that's the thing, Phil. You and I talked about earlier today, and I know I keep on referencing that, but you saw when we were talking about Mooney tracking the ball from the 42, the ball lands at the 18. You never saw that. They never went back to it after that. How is it
never
possible?
Went back into I was saying earlier before poor Steph is dealing with the twin tornadoes tonight. They had that extra candy or something. So they were going crazy over there. Someone's chain was broken. There was a fight. There was a fight in the bathroom. That's what happened. The chain got broke. Someone's crying, fighting.
Someone was fighting.
Give me some fucking names.
Kay and Devin were fighting. Steph's throwing her hands up in the air. Adoptions are threatened. Everything is going. So, it was a total.
Where's Ray at? Get Ray in there.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Ray. I'm like, can
it
they
was
hear
that
me?
easy, dude. I would have put my daughter in a flat rate envelope like 6 months ago.
Oh my God.
I just like to make a comment to your people out there listening. Football is football, and it's not going to change. The offensive line is the most important thing.
Totally agree.
Pro football. Yeah. The defensive line is the most important thing on defense. But the offensive line has got to give your quarterback enough time to make decisions. And this kid that you have at quarterback, in my estimation, he can run like a deer, but he is a straight drop quarterback if you give him time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now, he could sit back there and throw that ball. That's my observation.
Right, but he has no time to do it. That's the problem.
Well, that's why you got to see our quarterback last week.
Yeah,
and everybody in the Boston radio stations and everything, because I listened to it. and they criticize Bill Belichick. They criticize the play calling, and they don't realize that our offensive line sucks.
Yeah.
We've got 3 guys in there that shouldn't even be playing in the NFL. They're awful.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell
We
you
know
something.
all about that.
I'm telling you right now. And of course,
we got 3 guys that shouldn't be playing in the CFL, coach. So yeah, what else?
That's what I'm saying. If you can't get that straightened out, you better draft.
Yes.
You better draft.
Well, it makes me wonder, because is it the offensive line coach? Like, at some point, you have to take responsibility.
I understand that, Phil, but I mean, the talent there is abysmal. So you have to give listen. I know you got to coach your guys up, but you can only polish a turd so much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Putting makeup on a pig, whatever you want to say. It's
but
they
it
need
goes
to upgrade
against that.
But
to what we were saying before, like Dieter could solve a problem,
right? Potentially, but you
Borum
other than
potentially solve some
Tevin
problem.
Jenkins, Phil,
Yep.
you can't sit here and say that 4 out of the 5 positions, if Tevin is straight and everything is good off the field and he's bought in, so let's remove him. Those other 4 spots, there's nobody here that can't be replaced or upgraded from. 4 out of the 5 spots.
And they're rotating. Think about this. And they were rotating Tevin.
Yeah.
Rotating. They were playing Lucas Patrick at guard when he's terrible. He can't play guard.
Awful.
He's your center.
Awful.
But you were standing by Sam. So I'm sorry. I have to question. There's too much evidence against the OC and Chris Morgan, whatever CMO, whatever he fucking calls them. And I'm telling you right now, I know when a fucking shoe salesman's coaching. CMO's been around the fucking block, getting fired here, getting fired in Atlanta, getting fired in Pittsburgh, getting fired in Raiders. Where else has he coached? He's a backup coach, whatever. This shit stinks on the offensive line.
I listened to Ryan Poles be interviewed by Peter Schrager, has a podcast, and he had Ryan Poles on last week, and he was talking about his time in Kansas City and, Patrick Mahomes and his, talking about Justin Fields and stuff like that. One thing he started talking about that really stuck out to me. He's like, what are you most proud of your time in Kansas City? And he said, when we lost the Super Bowl to Tampa and Patrick Mahomes was under duress almost every single snap, we sat down and said, this can never happen again. And he said, we had everybody in a room, we developed a plan, and we completely overhauled the offensive line. They went out and they got Creed Humphrey. They went out, drafted Creed Humphrey.
My guy.
They drafted another. They went out, they traded for Orlando Brown. They made like 4, 5, 6 moves on the offensive line. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, that's this season for Chicago is the Tampa Super Bowl versus Kansas City, where this can't happen again. That's the you're heading into an offseason with $125 million, a full slate of draft picks. To me, that's priority number 1 for them heading into the offseason.
It has to be.
They have the quarterback. Just like Coach said, you see the kid, you see the talent. Everybody wants to call him a running back playing the quarterback position, and it's bullshit. Justin Fields' final year in Ohio State, he ran for 383 yards. His final year at Ohio State. 2 weeks ago, not the Atlanta game, but the 2 previous games, he ran for 325 yards in those 2 games. So he's always been a pass-first guy. He is a pass-first quarterback with the ability to run. And that's the delineation.
That's the difference.
Right. Exactly. He's
running
running
for his life.
because that's the only way that you have any chance to survive and have any ability to win.
Exactly
right.
Then you have ESPN and PFF standing for P fuck boys. giving these guys
right, and they make
offensive line great grades.
And
Watch
they put him
my
up again,
tape,
Phil. Just like Clay
Watch my
Harbor.
film study.
Clay Harbor is out there defending the offensive line tonight on
Oh
Twitter,
my
saying they
God,
moved up the
Clay.
rankings even more, and I see it. You don't see it, Clay. I'm
Clay.
sorry, bro.
Yeah, it's
You
not
don't
there.
see it.
This
It's
is
not
simple
all sunshine
skunks
and
they can't
rainbows with
pick
that.
up.
Exactly, but that's it's crazy.
You can say whatever you want to say, but it all starts from the head man. He's the guy that's raw.
Yeah.
You got to find out you got to evaluate your coach.
Yeah.
To me, I don't even know this guy, but I got to tell you, he's a lousy offensive line coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, when I see guys going out to a guy to pass protect, I know he's going to get beat.
Exactly.
You got to come straight back. And and Phil just mentioned turning his shoulders. My God, you never turn your shoulders.
Ever. It's over.
Unless you're double teaming somebody, but then you don't even do it.
Yeah.
You step into him and you square him up again.
Yeah, they ain't double teaming anybody. He's turning his shoulders to nobody, to air.
Well,
that's the problem.
That's bad.
It is. It is. But I said
I could see it. Your
This
viewers
is
don't know it, but you're talking to a guy that's coached 37 years.
Yeah.
And my strong point is offensive line. I'm going to tell you, they made the greatest running attack in the state of Connecticut.
He's getting fired up.
You're not kidding. And I'll tell you one thing. I worked on it. And they had a guru. His name was George DeLeon.
Yeah, heard
And
of
I'll
that
tell
guy.
you something. He was a terrific line coach.
Yeah.
And by golly, they got to hire somebody there that's going to do this job, because this kid is too valuable. And he shouldn't be playing for maybe 4 games.
You just sit him.
I think they just need to go, like we talked about before. I know we talked about the kid from Georgia being number 1, but if there's an offensive lineman that's there, you know what I'm saying? I think you need to go ahead and start thinking about either trading down to where you could get somebody, you could get multiple picks, but I think the offensive line might be that focal point. And like I said, even if it's not, I'm happy with the guy from what I forget. I keep forgetting his name. The D tackle from Georgia.
Oh, Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. Yeah.
I mean, that's if you're staying. Listen. If they come away with, let's say they're drafting 3rd, whatever, 4th, and you're essentially going to have your pick of Jalen Carter or Will Anderson.
Right.
I'm happy with either one.
Oh yeah, you can't complain. I think
Will
that they would.
Anderson, love.
I think that they would. I'm a
Will Anderson is my favorite. I think.
But
he's
if they were
best
both,
player in the
if
draft.
they're both available, I'm drafting Jalen Carter.
If
To me,
they're
he's
both available, I think the Bears value the
3-tech. Yeah,
3-tech.
He is. People are saying he's not Aaron Donald. He's a lot bigger than it. He's a more explosive Fletcher Cox. Is who he is. I mean,
He's twitchy at the defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Well, if it's D tackle first or what have you,
I think you can make an argument
you
for
need to
pass
go-
rusher, offensive tackle, and
Yeah.
3-tech. Those are the
Right.
3.
I gotta interject here now.
Go ahead, Coach.
I gotta tell you right now, there are plenty of offensive linemen.
Yeah.
There are plenty. I go to Michigan.
Oh
I
my
go to-
God, love Michigan.
I would go to Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
Alabama, Georgia, LSU. There
Even-
are so many good offensive linemen in this country. The problem is you got some stupid coaches that don't know how to coach.
Yeah.
You got him in
Even-
Chicago. I'm going to tell you right now. If
Even
that guy
Chip-
Sam
Mustafa.
is still there, it's ridiculous.
It's hard.
Angelo Joe Marino might be a better offensive lineman than Sam Mustafa.
I'm sure he would at least stay
Even
square.
Syracuse has got a
Flat
guy that's going to be drafted this year in the offensive line, Bergeron, the Canadian kid, and that's a guy. He's keep that name, remember that name, and put it away in your Rolodex, because that's going to be.
My real point was, and I
Yeah.
wanted to say this: the defensive guy is more important. You need a pass
In the
rusher
draft.
In the draft,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
offensive line you can get him in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and sometimes in the 7th round.
No,
We've got
absolutely.
Players
Coach,
in New England, I don't think there's a first round yet in the whole offensive line.
yeah, they just took Cole Strange in the first round, but I mean, it was at the end of the first round.
Yes,
But
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
Creed Humphrey is a guy that they didn't draft in the first round, but that's the thing, and that's the benefit if you're up at number 2 or number 3 and you're trading down to a team that's going to sell out for a quarterback, you're accumulating those draft picks. And let's be honest, free agency is going to decide a lot of where your focus is going to be. There's guys that are available. There's guys that are going to be available in free agency that nobody's even talking about right now, that these guys, and I'm not a huge fan, and I know I brought the name up last night. Ian Cunningham came from Philly. Philly is a trenches team. They draft every single year on the offensive line and defensive line. They keep on throwing bodies. Well, then if you go and break down Philly's second team offensive line could probably start for a lot of teams in the NFL. And that's just a fact. But they got a kid that they drafted in the first round, hasn't been able to stay healthy. He's healthy this year as a backup in Dillard. I think that that's going to be a guy that the Bears go out and throw a little bit of money at, can kind of buy a little bit low. Ian Cunningham knows who he is. He was on staff there. He was a former offensive lineman. He hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. Just got to stay healthy. And it's going to shape where you're going to be heading into the draft, because I'm telling you, however this works out, say if the Bears are drafting 4th or 5th, they get there and Jalen Carter or Will Anderson are there. If you sign a Deron Payne at defensive tackle in free agency, I guess it gives you a little bit of that rope to trade down. But man, oh man, if you're a 3 or a 4 or a 5 win team, it's extremely hard to pass up a blue chip defensive lineman that's going to
one of those two.
You got
I'm
to
ecstatic.
Yeah, you have to.
Will Anderson, just watching him last season, I
Mhm.
was like, he's the number 1 player in this draft. He reminded me of Khalil Mack, just that dominant, that athletic.
I think he's as athletic. I don't think he's anywhere near as powerful as Khalil Mack is, but that's going to come in time.
Yeah.
You get him into the NFL strength program. Jalen Carter, to me, is just a different dude. He's got you can question is the motor going to be turned on all the time? That is a definite concern. We don't have the ability to sit down and talk to these guys one-on-one. So that's something they'll have to figure out. But listen, you saw this regime's first move in free agency last year. It was Larry Ogunjobi. He failed the physical. They threw $40 million at him. Greg Gabriel talked about Lovie Smith being hired as the head coach, and he said every single day for 3 months leading up to the NFL draft, he was in there pounding the table. You have to get me a 3-tech for the defense that I'm running. It's the same defense that our coach right now is running.
Right.
That cover too, and it's going to start with that game wrecker at 3-tech that can dictate games, that can put pressure on the quarterback, that makes everybody's job behind him easier. Bears don't have that right now. Justin Jones is doing an admirable job, but he can't be that dude. He's not that guy. He's a piece.
You have to get the blue chip guy. You're 100%. Where we look at the need, the value is what is. I'm 100% with my dad here. Defensive line, pass rusher, defensive tackle. That's if you're there, you already have the quarterback. It ain't receiver.
Well, and that's
defensive tackle, pass
rusher. Think about that, Phil. You have the guy at quarterback. We know that.
Right.
We have the guy there.
He doesn't play another game this year.
You still know it, right? And that makes everything else beyond that point easier to fill. And that's why it's uncharted territory for Chicago. You know, Coach is a Patriots fan. He hasn't had to worry about that for over the past 20 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
With Tom Brady there. That makes you a better scout. We got the dude at quarterback. All right, let's go look at some offensive linemen. Oh, we can take a chance here. Let's go look. Well, New England can't draft wide receivers, but other than that, it makes everything else easier to fill. So it's going to be, man, the off season for Chicago. I mean, if you're not a patron, you better become a patron and get our coverage
We're
there.
in the same boat.
Yeah.
We need an offensive line correction.
Yeah. No one wants to talk Patriots. Stay focused in your anger towards the Bears offensive line coach.
You know how I feel about it.
Yeah. Patriots, we that's the one team we kicked the shit out of.
It's the only team it's the best win we've had in 20 years, for God's sake. And now we can't figure it out. The naysayers with Justin Fields and 2 minutes to go in the game, Justin with the ball has failed 5 times now. So that's the story that's being distributed here. Is he a winner? Is he the guy that's going to win games?
Do we want to see if Ivan, do you want to?
Ivan's got
do you
family
wanna,
stuff too.
You want to say hello? Okay, come here. Come here.
Here we go.
You want to say hi? Okay, come on.
Draft mob coming back.
Say hi.
There
Hi.
she
You know
is.
Cherie?
Happy
Remember Cherie? Say
Thanksgiving.
hi, Cherie.
You remember me?
Remember Phil?
I was yelling at you.
Yeah.
She
He
yoked
yells
up
at
the
everyone.
dog. She yoked up Jim Larson's dog by the neck.
You say hi to Shane?
Hi.
Say hi, Coach.
Can you say hi to my dad?
Say hi to Coach.
You're a lot quieter than my daughter.
She ain't quiet in real life.
She's a lot quieter than when we met her.
Right.
She's got
She's a
some
little
swag,
shy.
this girl.
You're
You like
talking
your
in
da-
front of like 200 people, so
Do you like your daddy's mustache?
you like my mustache? Yeah.
The handlebar.
Yeah.
The handlebar.
You
Tonight,
like it?
Thanksgiving Eve. We got all of the family stuff going on. I got my dad, Coach O, in the house. We had Cars come in for a visit.
Bratcher's looking for
Cherie's
his
mom.
kids. He's gonna bring Bratcher's gonna bring his kids on next.
Bratcher's kids are 4 cats. Where is it?
You ready?
Alan, where are you?
Alan. He ran down to the bar to grab his empty bucket, get it ready for this weekend.
There he is. We're saying hello to Claudio, who can't be on the show tonight. We're saying hello to Chris Jackal, who's spending time with his family tonight. Spending happy Thanksgiving to Chris Jackal and his family. There he is, Alan
Hey,
Bratcher,
I'm here.
Team Bratcher.
Yeah. Had to get
What's
some
up?
water.
He was checking on the turkey, right? You getting
No
ready?
turkey.
Just checking in.
No turkey.
Working tomorrow, so no turkey for
Yeah,
me.
No, you're working on the
Turkey
Thanksgiving.
at work. Yeah.
Double time? What do you get? Time
Yeah,
and a half?
I'm gonna be about 10, 11 hours tomorrow. So yeah,
Damn.
work the full
Nice.
day. Yep.
Nice.
Sweet.
So we get
Time
nice
and a
Christmas
half or
gifts,
double
huh?
time?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a nice Christmas gift. Hopefully, Cherie. That's the plan.
There you go.
He's gonna get a kid for Christmas.
Treat myself. That dog guy. Come here, puppy.
Hi.
I love Cherie's mom. Yes, Cherie's mom. I got to meet Cherie's mom out there in Chicago.
I got to meet Cherie's mom's coworkers by the sound of it.
Oh my gosh.
They were the life of the party.
Between,
Cherie's happy, I'm happy.
between all the guys on this network, apparently I know somebody that's infatuated with each of y'all now. It's getting irritating.
There you go.
That's what I told Cherie today when she told me that. I'm like, yeah, that's when Phil and I started TTNL. We didn't really give a shit about tape breakdown or football. It was just providing the ladies eye candy every Wednesday night. So
Man, I fucked up, but for sure.
Okay.
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 Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Jackal.
Another soccer league. Okay.
World Cup's on, guys. World Cup.
That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
He's got to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch Ecuador versus El Salvador.
I
Jay, you know
watching
somebody
one
go
game.
correct you on that.
Then let me do what I hired to do.
I was talking to Phil on the phone today, and Phil's in his office, and people just kept on coming in. They're like, "Hey, Phil, you watch World Cup?" He's like, "Get the fuck out of here! I don't like soccer."
I tried watching the American game, ending 1-1. I just okay, that's enough for me. It ends in a fucking tie. I'm done.
So they end in a tie, even in the World Cup?
Yeah, makes no
Oh
sense to
my
me.
God.
That makes no sense, does it?
There's no hope for soccer with
My
me.
son had a basketball game this season end in a tie. I almost got thrown out of the gym. Like, what are we doing? This is basketball. You can't let him play
free throws or something.
Can you just
to
do
end it.
sudden death? Let him play
Sudden death?
35 seconds. Come on.
Fuck yourself.
Exactly.
No fouls at all. Just let him play.
Who
Backyard
ends in a tie
basketball.
in basketball? I'm like,
Oh my God.
drives me nuts. Everybody's got to be happy.
Caesar
I guess
knows. It's
Caesar
points
knows.
that World
Points. I don't know what gives a point.
So like they're all in
much-
like groups.
How long you have possessed the ball?
They have
No,
to
it's like
win.
ties, wins, and losses.
They
all
essentially
points.
have to win on Friday, right?
Yeah.
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 Because they have to finish in the top two. My coworker explained this all to me, and I realized this is how I sound when I talk football to her. And she was trying to explain soccer to me.
Maron.
I'm like,
what?
Yes.
That's exactly what I was like. What? But anyway, this is going to be the quickest show in the history of TTNL. Thanksgiving Eve. We're sending a shout out to all you fans, bringing the family on. We had family fights, tears, drama, adoptions.
What's on the
Phone
menu for
calls.
the Etoshan Thanksgiving extravaganza tomorrow?
Steph's got it all covered. Turkey.
Turkey. You got to be.
She's
I think
got
you're
the
a
whole
turkey.
turkey.
You're a turkey. The whole turkey.
She
No
went
turkey
the whole
breast?
turkey this year.
Wow.
Yeah, usually I just do like 2 breasts and
Oh,
bake
I'm
them.
flipping that.
I do that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
down
you
with
for that
that.
Thanksgiving miracle, buddy.
I attack those 2-3 times a week, bro.
But this
Thank you for
year
that,
we're going.
buddy.
This year we're going the full throttle there. The full goggle. What is it? Turkey do? What
Full
does it do?
throttle?
Gobble.
Unless that dragon was fucking a goat.
Bratcher's making a goat for the people at work.
The hell is a steal?
Curry goat.
Why is it so chewy?
Yeah, a little bit mealy.
Yeah.
Making curry goat.
Shit.
This goat is bad.
Oh my God. Gobble. We're gobbling.
Google.
You got the mashed potatoes. You got the sweet potato casserole. You gotta have that. Sweet corn.
Not a sweet potato guy.
No?
You ever
No.
had
Big
corn
fan.
casserole?
Oh yeah.
Corn casserole. That's
Yeah.
where it's at, man.
Then
I'm doing. I am going to my sister, so I don't have to prepare too much. But I'm the macaroni and cheese guy, and I actually do it on my Traeger, on my smoker.
Oh.
I got man,
Nice.
That's what's up.
oh yeah,
Dude, we
it's-
had my
it's pretty
daughter
crazy.
is a mac and cheese.
Cherie's
fanatic.
mom's coworkers are all coming over.
I just
It's
go
gonna
by
be
the Bob
crazy.
Evans.
Yeah.
I go by Bob Evans shit. I don't even waste
My
it.
dad,
Bob Evans.
my dad took us out to dinner tonight.
They
this
tore the Bob
restaurant.
Evans down here. They just tore that shit down, Bratcher.
They had this restaurant called Milk. What is it called? Milk Craft. And
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
I have no idea. I forgot the name. And the mac and cheese there is their staple. And it's so my daughter ordered it, and she's a mac and cheese person. She ranked it 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
She was blown away, and it had this breadcrumb at the top of it, and it's smoked, like you said, Shane.
Yeah.
They brought it out.
was
How big
delicious.
was that plate?
Yeah, it was.
It was delicious. I was like,
I'll send you a
damn, there's
picture
enough to
tomorrow.
bring it tomorrow.
I made the mistake of stopping after work at the grocery store, and I wanted to friggin' jump off a bridge when I saw how
did
many
the
people
same.
were there. It was crazy.
They had the cops in
Oh my
mine.
God, I was-
Oh my
about
God,
4 or
it was-
5,000.
It was bonkers. I went in
I
there
was
and bought all
talking
the
to-
stuff, and yeah,
I
I'll
was
send you a
talking to-
picture tomorrow what it looks like.
I was on the phone with Greg Braggs walking through Stop and Shop getting things. Getting things.
Comedic timing, Shane.
There you
That
go.
was good. All right.
It only took you 6 months, Bratcher.
Nice job,
I
Alan.
leave Greg alone. So I'm talking with him, and I'm all in Stop and Shop getting the honeydew list of things that were forgotten. You know, the forgotten things.
Yeah.
So I've never seen so many people. It was like Christmas fights going down for special deals. I'm like, people are fighting over stuffing, eggs. Everything went up. Eggs are like $9
Crazy.
for a fucking, the
Bro,
18.
I walked into the dairy section because
Like
in the macaroni and
$9 for
cheese.
eggs.
I walked into the dairy section because I had to get heavy cream for the mac and cheese in the
Yeah.
recipe that I use, and like it was all dudes in there, and every one of us are on the cell phone with the wives. Like, all right, you need. All right, what do you want? This? And there was no heavy cream anywhere. And the guy's like, "Honey, there's no. It's there." He's like, "There's nothing. There's no heavy cream. There's half and half. There's light cream." And so I turned to the dude. And I'm like, "Well, my wife is in the city, and there's no heavy cream out there either." So he's like, "I'm just talking to this random guy, and he told me there's no heavy cream even out in the city." So all of us were sitting there doing the same
Put
thing.
2 light creams together.
Yeah,
and
make
you
it
got
heavy, right?
There you go.
Basic math.
Nerd alert!
That was
Is he
my
back?
crazy math. No. So at this point in the show, we are going to do, because we don't need to do bear up, bear down this week.
Yeah, they were all down.
They were all pretty down, led by
Except for the
none other
quarterback,
than
but-
none other than Sam Mustafer would be everybody's bear down this
Getsy
week.
at the
Maybe Whitehair, Getsy gets a vote.
Cody Whitehair, man.
Oh my God,
That's
dude.
bad.
Wait till you see the tape.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So bear up, bear down. No, real quick.
I mean, if I'm going to root for a team, I want to give it all I
Next
got.
play. Pass.
There was no
You
rhyme or
just
reason.
drove down the field. Mr. Montgomery breaks a huge run. If he scores on the run, you don't got to worry. But you do got to worry because he gets tackled at the freaking 15.
There was no rhyme or
Next play, shotgun.
Yes, bold predictions coming at you live here on Thanksgiving Eve. This is where we predict what's going to happen this next week if you are new to listening to this show. So we're going to start off, and we're going to put Cherie in the upper right-hand corner to make ladies go first. Bears versus Jets, Cherie.
I love all. It's not looking to be an exciting game of Simeon versus White, but
How do you think Jackal and First Class Furnicola feel? They're going to be there
Audio and
live.
Chris Jackal are going to be covering it live for BHL.
Nobody going to listen, but they're going to be there.
They'll be live at the stadium. But go ahead, Cherie.
So I got the Bears winning 28-15.
28-15.
Yeah.
You must have been at the top of your fucking class.
Bold prediction is Brisker takes one to the house.
Is he going to play?
No, he might not
He's
play. He's
out.
in concussion protocol.
Him and Kyler.
Jimmy Gordon too. Yeah.
Both rookies got concussed.
Oh, okay. Well, Eddie get one interception and take one to the house. There you go. I'm gonna up the game.
So 2 picks for Eddie and a touchdown.
One pick six. Yeah.
Oh, 1 pick six. Okay.
Two interceptions. One of them go to the house. Yeah.
There you go. So 20 what again?
28.
28-15.
28-15. Ivan Vargas.
I'm gonna go a little lower than that. I'm gonna go Bears. I'm gonna go Jets. Actually, I'm gonna go Jets. I'm gonna go Jets 16, Bears 13. I think the defense of the Jets does enough. Is pretty much the story of the game. If Simeon's in, I don't think there's a chance for the Bears to do much, especially with that offensive line and the defense that the Jets have. So I'm going to look for it to be 16-13 Jets over the Bears. Bold prediction: the Bears actually get 3 sacks. So,
no,
wow,
it's huge.
3 sacks. That's
For
a
one,
little
for them,
low.
it's fucking huge.
Bears are going to get
3.
3 sacks, you said?
Yes.
Okay, Bears. Okay, I thought you said Jets get 3
No.
sacks. I'm like,
Bears
that's a
will get
little
3
low.
sacks, but they'll take the loss.
Got you. What do
My
you
turn.
got, Alan?
I'm kind of in the same boat as Ivan, but I'm going to go Jets 20, Bears 6. I think Trevor Simeon's going to have a rough day. Bold prediction is that Trevor Simeon gets sacked 5 times. One of them is for a strip sack fumble that's returned to the house.
Jeepers creepers.
Yeah,
There you
ugly
go.
ass day for the Bears, unfortunately.
What was your score again?
20-6.
20-6.
Yep.
There you go, 20-6. I am never gonna bet on the Bears again this year.
Shocker.
I'm honestly, with my dad amping me up here, I just don't believe in the off. I think I would like to see how Simeon plays, but you have no faith in the offensive line coach and the offensive line. You can't even block a zone play correctly or have them look presentable out there. Justin covered a lot of warts. I don't know where these grades are coming in for these offensive line grades, but it just shows why TTNL is where you should be following for the truth. But I have the Jets. I think they're going to get a defensive touchdown, so that gives them 17 points to the Bears 7. So 17-7 Jets. 17-7 Jets. And my bold prediction is that Chase Claypool makes a big reception down the right sideline for a touchdown.
I thought you were going to say Chase Clay. I thought you were going to say Chase Claypool lines up in the right spot.
He actually run blocks this week.
Oh my God, he missed a few run blocks. You're right.
Yeah, don't say that the Bears aren't using him. Chase needs to get into that playbook and learn where to be.
Learn what a crack block is. Yeah, absolutely.
So there you go. Where goes one? 9-3.
Wow.
Shane, Marsaw, or Dad, do you want to predict, or you have no prediction?
No, I think neither team's going to score that much. So I think it's going to be a 9-7 game.
9-7. Who do you have?
Win.
Bears. He's got the Bears winning.
Right. Okay.
Might be
3 field goals.
Might be the shortest BHL ever to follow up the show. 9-7. Jesus.
9-7. What do you got, Shane? Now everybody's in.
Yeah, no, I'm going with the Jets. I feel like there's one team in the NFL that puts up the crazy score, crazy total, and that's the Chicago Bears. So I have the Jets 19, the Bears 11. I think it's going to be one of those type of weird games. And
11.
Bratcher almost stole my bold prediction, but I'm going even worse than he did. Trevor Simeon gets sacked 7 times.
7 times. Nate comes in.
It's believable because
Nate Peterman.
Look at the Patriots' offensive line compared to ours, and what they had 6 sacks on them. They hit him 8 times. They're definitely going to come at us harder than that. Shane's 100% right.
Yep.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope he's wrong. Speaking of,
yeah,
wrong,
I mean, I'm never going to be upset if they win. That's for sure. But it's I don't know.
If it's Trevor, just say a prayer, everybody. Just
Right.
pray for Trevor, to be honest with you.
well, he's just got to get the ball out of his hands. 3-step game. That's how you
There
do
we
it.
go, Bill. There we go, Bill.
But listen, you guys think you have problems? How about the Jets saying that Zach Wilson's not going to start this week?
Yeah.
You drafted him number 1. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You better play this kid, simplify it, and I'll coach the opponents. Like crying out loud, run the ball.
Well,
Yeah, and then
Literally could have traded back and got Justin Fields and had a better team around Fields with that. On top of that, coach, if you think about it, because
Keyshawn Johnson came out today and said that.
No, I'm just thinking about ruining the kid. I know there's an arrogant son of a gun, the kid Wilson. But I got to tell you something. You got to teach him a lesson, and he's got to listen to you.
Yeah,
that's probably what they're saying. They're going to sit your ass down. But
that's probably the lesson.
The part that made it bad too was after Saleh talked to Wilson today, saying that he was going to sit him down. He's like, "Well, why me? Why I want to play?" And I'm like, "Oh, bro, yeah, you don't get it,
understand.
Obviously,
he doesn't get it."
And I know that people were picking on Booger McFarland and Steve Young wasn't exactly happy about it, but he's got a connection to Zach Wilson. They're talking about it, and I think Booger was right. He's been a kid that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's never been held accountable for anything. And I mean, Cars put out a tweet and they showed the workout of Zach Wilson of when he threw that off-platform throw going left. He threw it right and it was 72 yards in the air. That play right there, that pass, is what put Zach Wilson in New York over Justin Fields. And it's just
thank God for the throw,
right?
And I'll tell you what, if you want the people that don't like TTNL that want to hold us accountable, go back to the 2021 draft and listen to the draft breakdowns that we did on those quarterbacks. And to a man, everybody on this network, Phil and I were out there saying that we wouldn't even draft Wilson in the first round. We weren't high on him. I know, Phil, you and I were talking about Austin Carter Samuels was on with us, was a huge Wilson guy. It just, I never saw it. Yes, he could make some crazy throws, but there's a whole
Our guy Matt Waldman wanted no part of him either.
Yep, Matt Waldman
he came on with us. He's like, you guys are right. He didn't want any part of him either. Obviously, it's well known.
They would see those off-platform throws, Phil, and they were like, "Oh, that's Mahomes." No, it's not.
Right.
No, never was.
There's a lot of shoe salesmen in the league that getting paid to do this stuff have billions of dollars, and they don't know football from an ass or an elbow. Speaking of asses and elbows.
Good segue.
Oh, Cherie's got to perform this in front of Coach O.
You could do the condensed version.
You need a close up on Coach O's face.
I usually paragraphs.
It's like 3 paragraphs. It's a lot.
Exactly. I just like kind of summarize it.
I got it up.
Yoko. Manscaped, our sponsor, manscaped.com. Use the promo code YOKO for 20% off your order. Cherie, it's that time of year, Thanksgiving.
Yes, and this holiday season, I'm giving thanks to my friends at Manscaped. I always want to make sure whatever I get my man is something he's actually going to use, and their Performance Package 4.0 is absolutely giving me my money's worth. My future husband, Thomas Jones. He loves
As long as Cherie's happy, I'm happy.
He loves the product so much, and his confidence has shot up since he started using them for all of his grooming needs. Gift your man Manscaped this holiday season so his tree stands taller, if you know what I mean. Help him join the 7 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with 20% off plus free shipping with the code YOKO by going to manscaped.com. Think your holiday spread is good? It's time to give thanks to Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0. The package includes the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Preserver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies.
Yes.
As a cornucopia of his balls and his body.
He wasn't
Coming on the plane after Dallas.
Manscaped has been busy and just launched their body buffer, the perfect addition to his shower routine to use with his refined body wash. Once he gets out of the shower, give him the deodorant for a refined scent on the go. I love balls. Both the body wash and deodorant feature the Manscaped signature scent and will help the man in your life unlock ultimate confidence this year. His boys and body will be oh so fresh and so clean. You'll be in love with his self-care routine.
Hi.
20% off plus free shipping with the code YOKO at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code YOKO at manscaped.com. Give him the best gift of all from Manscaped. His balls will thank you.
There you go. All of our balls will thank you.
Let's throw curls.
You want to cut those curls down below. Manscaped.com. Use the promo code YOKO. 20% off your order plus the free shipping. Trust me, I have one, and every woman thanks us all for having one. So get one today if you haven't already. Thank you, Cherie.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't either. Another weird Bratcher video.
I can only imagine the smells coming out of that thing.
There you go. Let's go to the favorite part of the show, or not your favorite part. But tonight, if you're just tuning in, I miss Bullets. I haven't seen them tonight.
I haven't seen Bullets either.
Thanksgiving, a short and condensed show. Getting to Shoutout.
Shoutout, tape never lies. Shout out, I know you hear me, baby. Shout out, I know you see me, baby. Shout out, we gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew, gotta show love too. Shout out, I know you hear me, baby. Shout out, I know you see me, baby. Shout out, we gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew, gotta show love too. From the fans in the stands to the follows on the gram. Thanks for your support, showing love in the DM. We stay Spencer strong, fight together till the end. Now it's time to shout out worldwide friends and fam. Like
the network that keeps it real, 100 crew. So many in the world that I gotta show love to. For some this policy, the show is at its end. But for me it's so important to thank the charter members and the fans. Built the network, speak the truth through the tape. Never run around the truth, no narratives we create. Set them straight, no bubble screen on 4th and 8. All your Jane getting nervous cause keeping them up too late. That's it, no more to say to get the shot of vital. But hurry up cause the postman's getting homicidal.
Shout out, I know you hear me, baby. Shout out, I know you see me, baby. Shout out, we gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew, gotta show love too. Shout out, I know you hear me, baby. Shout out, I know you see me, baby. Shout out, we gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew, gotta show love too.
The network that keeps it real, Spencer strong.
Yes, we're at that part of the show. The tape never lies. Shout outs to end a quality, chaotic, family, energetic
We might
show.
come in under your 1039 requirement, Phil.
Listen, I said it. Got all the family here. Shane's got family. I'm sure Cherie, Bratcher, everybody on the cusp of Thanksgiving. It's been a tough season. There's been great things about this season. You got to be excited about, obviously, some things, but the tanking questions and some of the offensive line stuff and the losing kind of gets tedious. That being said, you fans never bother me. So that's where we'll start. Cherie, you have any shout outs tonight?
Of course. I got to shout you guys out. We're night before Thanksgiving. I know everyone is going to be spending time with their loved ones. And I do consider you all family. So I hope you all have a happy, safe Thanksgiving with your families. Enjoy some good food. Ratcher, I'm sorry you have to work. But I hope you still have a good holiday. I hope work is easy.
We'll make you a plate.
The day after is my birthday, so I'm gonna make up for it the next day.
There you go.
Shout out to you all. Shout out to the fans.
Black Friday.
Yeah.
I'll be doing the shopping.
Pratchett's going shopping.
Brad's gonna be drunk outside the Walmart.
Birthday, bitch! Give me a free T-shirt.
Could someone give me a PS5?
Yeah. Xbox, Phil. Stop it.
Oh, you're an Xbox guy.
Yes.
My bad.
That's the one good thing about Bratcher. You figured that out.
Cherie, I'm sorry.
That's fine. But shout out to you all and your families and all of the kitties that I got to meet that just had me dying over the last weekend. Shout out to the fans and all of you guys. Hope you all have a safe and happy holiday. And take care and, enjoy the time with your loved ones. So that's my shout out.
There you go. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, Cherie.
Thank you.
We appreciate you here. I'm thankful for you.
Aww.
Not only to have to read the reads, but also stepping in, trying to give Claudio a run for his money on the open tonight. I love Cherie's mom. Ivan Vargas, you got a shout out.
Yeah, first and foremost, I shout out you guys. I love being a part of this network, love being part of this family. Shout out to everybody in the chat, all the fans. We had the tailgate, last week, or was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Wow, it blows my mind. It's 2 weeks ago because I feel like it was just yesterday. But the love that we had, it was just so appreciated, by me. Really humbling, and I just got to tell you guys, I'm thankful for all you guys. I'm thankful for you, Phil and Shane, for giving me the opportunity and believing in what I do. Coach O, I'm thankful for you because I love listening to your insight and your opinion. Like it's, like you said, 36 years of football. Like I pay attention to somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about, and you definitely do.
All about determination, Vargas.
Yeah, exactly. Alan, love you too. I appreciate you. You help out. You've been asking, if I need any help with anything. And Cherie, I appreciate you so much. You're just the sweetest thing. So I love you. I love you guys. Honestly, I know it's a little long, but shout out to my family. I'm really thankful for my son being here. You guys know, majority of you guys know what went down and everything like that. He's a amazing kid. He's with us, healthy and happy, and I couldn't be more thankful. My wife and my daughter. You saw my daughter Amaya on the network. I'm thankful for her, and just especially last and definitely not least, my wife, who pushed me to go ahead and do this and be go with my passion and try to go ahead and be a part of something bigger, and that's what I am here at the Tape Never Lies Network. I feel like I'm a part of something bigger than just me, and I love you guys. Can't wait to go ahead and see you again. I can't wait for Shane to come to Chicago so I could finally meet him and everything like that. But I'm just thankful for you guys, thankful for my family. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, me and Ivan say we may have to make that trip to New York.
That's right.
Yeah, Jesus.
Summertime at the Shane Island.
We can do that. The Marsaw compound.
He's got an island. I know.
They do.
Hey, Gilligan.
Yeah.
Alan Bratcher. Well said, Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan. I don't even know
Ivan.
how I follow
And
that.
thank you
You said
for your comments too about me.
Absolutely, Coach.
See, everything you said, Ivan, and more. Thanksgivings. What are we thankful for? First, for me, obviously, I'm thankful to be a part of this network. It's great to be able to come here on Wednesdays and just have fun with you guys all the time. It's great to be a part of this. And I didn't get to shout out last week, but last week I wanted to shout out these fans because at that tailgate, I saw some of the fan interactions of meeting for the first time in person, hugging it out. And it was a beautiful thing to watch, guys. Like, it was amazing just to sit and watch the love and admiration that these fans not only have for us, but for each other as well. So shout out to you guys, the fans. And I got to shout out my boy Alex Acevedo for finally doing something, guys. Make sure to go pick up the TTNL hats, guys.
You made it some dad hats.
The swag shop it is open.
Great.
Probably my favorite part of it is the back right here. You got
I like that
logo on there. I like that as well. So Alex, well done, sir. You finally came up.
Miguel, definitely not true, Miguel. Definitely not true.
Definitely not. We've already met, although Claudio forgets.
Yes.
Right.
I can't wait to meet you, dude.
Yeah.
Claudio, we went out for pizza.
We went to dinner together and sat next to each other for 2 hours.
Sat next to each other.
We sat in a waiting room for 90 minutes before we ate for 2 hours. In a little tiny waiting room.
I bought Claudio.
There's a picture
dinner.
in the ice cream shop of Shane, Hila,
I
Riley,
can look it up
Claudio,
on my phone and post it. Yeah.
Sandlins, all of us are in that fucking ice cream shop together. Claudio forgets he's met Shane.
He forgot like 25 minminutes after I bought him dinner that I bought him dinner. So it's not just that. It's
act like you've been there before, cuz.
I don't give a fuck that he smokes weed. They all smoke weed.
Smoke weed every day.
There he is.
Love it.
The old Claudio drop is back.
Right. But we do miss you, Claudio. I miss you. Shout out to you and Jackal both, guys. Wish you were here. Ain't the same without you. And wrap it up with a bow. My family here. That's it. I'm done. It's all you.
Name? You want to name them?
That'll take too long. We only have 13 minutes, guys. Hurry up. Come on.
TTNLswag.com to get that swag. Get your swag on. Rock a T. So many people were wearing TTNL hoodies and stats are for losers and keeping it 100. It was so good to see. My guy Sam and Jose Torres was out there. Davey making breakfast sandwiches, rocking the swag. All of them. We didn't get to see HL Priest. He's like, no matter what, I'm coming. HL, it's got to be in the bank. You and Shane. And Shane. HL Priest, always supporting TTNL.
HL told me, he texted me, he's like, don't tell anybody, but you're my favorite TTNL guy. Like, your secret is locked up, bro. I won't tell anybody.
I got to see bullets out there. Unbelievable. Anyway, Shane, do you have a shout out?
I do.
We're
Just give me
there.
1 second here. I was
20 minutes. Look at this.
God. There you go. There
it
is.
is. At Modern Pizza in New Haven, right there.
Actual evidence.
Claudio and his beautiful wife, Melissa. Look at how small Devin and Tate are.
Tate
Jeez.
with the Band-Aid across his eyebrow.
He looks like Larry Bird from my eyes right here.
Yeah. The Sandlins sprung for that dinner.
Yes,
that
they
night.
did. Look at them.
Yeah.
The Sandlins. Heather and Chris.
Sandlin should have taken his fucking hat off that night. I know that.
Shane, do you have any shout out?
I do. I'm going to shout out this guy. I'm glad he's not on the show tonight. Fuck up the flow.
Members right now. He was.
Last Wednesday night, Chris Zorch is on the show and he just ends the broadcast. Now there's two red buttons. There's one that says leave studio and there's upper right hand corner,
End
big
broadcast.
one says end broadcast. Chris, they're nowhere near each other. Chris is like, dude, I fucked up. I'm so
I
sorry.
wish I could've
I
got
hit
that
the
on
red
video.
button.
Oh my god, it was so
The
funny.
best part was he left and he came back in. And when he came back in, he was like looking up in the air like that was going to make any fucking difference. He's like, I'm so sorry.
His eyes were so big.
Oh my god, it was great.
I hope he's listening.
Oh, he's listening. He's listening.
He's got to come back at you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll be on Monday with me doing Super 16.
So-
Cherie, thank you.
This is
Even if you're
always a great time of year. I love Thanksgiving, just being able to chill, and I reflect back at the last year, and it's actually important a day like today. My son Riley went for his scan today. Everything came back clear, which is always amazing news. And we have to do this every 90 days, and now we're a year into this, so now we get to switch over to every 6 months. And when I was telling Phil about it earlier, he's like, how often he's got to do this? And I'm like, probably, for the next 20 years. But, I know that sounds like a huge commitment, but when you think about it, it's a very small price to pay to know that everything is safe and everything is clear. And, he's to the point now where he's been around these people so much. The night before he left, I was laying in bed with him and we were just talking about it, and he's not scared of anything. He enjoys to go see his oncologist. He knows Dr. Seema like a part of the family. She's the person that saved, essentially saved his life. So she will be a person that we are thankful for the rest of our days. Got some good news on my mom, like Phil, I had told you, so we're doing good there, and we got another big day coming up. My dad, unfortunately, December 7th goes in for multiple bypass open heart surgery, so that's next up on our plate here in Marsawville, and that's never an easy thing because my dad is 83 years old, and so tomorrow is going to be a special day for me because you just never know how things are going to unfold, and you never know if it's going to be your last for any of us. So I'm going to be able to spend some time with him tomorrow and enjoy the rest of my family and my son and daughter and Ela, and just kind of not have to worry about work, not have to worry about anything, hang out and be with family, because that's end of the day. Football, we can sit here and scream about Sam Mustipher, scream about the offensive line coach, screaming about the head coach and the losses. And if you don't have family, if you don't have friends, if you don't have loved ones around you, nothing matters. I mean, that is what makes you go forward. That's what makes you get up every single day and want to live your life and be better for yourself and provide for your kids. So Thanksgiving has always been a holiday that's very, very high on my list. It's not about presents. It's not about receiving or giving things other than your thanks. It's just walking in the door, having some good food, and seeing your loved ones that matter in your life, just like you guys here. Appreciate all you. I hope everybody has a great day tomorrow. Sit back, eat some good food, watch some football, and enjoy not having to watch the Bears on Thanksgiving. That's another thing I'm thankful for. I can sit back, be stress-free, and not have to worry about that. So love you guys, and I hope everybody enjoys their day tomorrow.
Amazing job. Dad, do you have anyone you'd like to thank?
I have two things I want to say.
Okay.
One, for the passion of all the Bears fans in this country or elsewhere for putting up for their lack of good sportsmanship, I think, not winning. It's been at least 10 years since they've had a winning season. I might be wrong on that one, but the second one is put God in your life and get back to prayer, because we all need it. When I think of you, Shane, I pray for your family every night.
Thank you.
And I pray for a lot of people, but I think there's not enough of it. I think we were all so individuals where we really got to be family.
Yep.
Got to think of everyone. Everybody has problems. I have problems with my wife, the way her health is going, and I pray and I put God in my life a long time ago. Listen, I was a 5'9" major college football player playing guard. There wasn't a night that didn't go by when I asked God to help me. How am I going to be good?
Yeah.
How am I going to succeed? Every game that happened. And you know something? He carried me through.
Yep.
I started in 41 football games in my college career. I am so proud of that fact.
It's amazing.
And believe me, God help me.
Well
That's
said.
awesome.
How do I
Well, real quick, Phil, before you go, I did forget one, and it's very important to me.
Yeah.
I've had a coworker that I'm very, very close with that lost her mom, unfortunately, this past Friday or this past Saturday morning. Robin, a girl that I've worked with for the past few years, love and respect her a whole bunch. She fortunately lost her mom to cancer this past Saturday, so that's been heavy hearts around the office for her, and seeing her dealing with that. So I just wanted to give her a shout out, because it's like I said, that's why when you show up tomorrow and you see your loved ones, and I look at Phil sitting there with his dad, you just never know when you're not going to have that ability anymore, and when you do have it, you take advantage of it, because they're, like Coach was saying, things change on a dime. We've all lived it this past year with the trials and tribulations that we've went through. So love your family, kiss them, and like Coach said, just be better. Be better for you, be better for your children, be better for your family, and that'll make everything a lot easier moving forward.
Well said.
Well said, it's right.
By all of you guys tonight. I don't even know. I'm usually the freaking mic dropper, but I'll save that for BHL rants, I guess, this week.
3 minutes.
My shout outs. Yeah.
No. I'm at
I
9:29.
have 12 minutes, right?
Yeah, you got 13
we're
minutes.
doing the 09.
You got 13 minutes.
10:39. I don't know how I can listen.
Now
In
it's
all
12.
honesty, my dad has it right. Shout out to the fucking, if this was a toast, if we all had a drink, I do have some water. I toast the Bears fans. The true blue, never turn away, go to the game, go to the tailgate, go and find the show. Whether you're from Germany like Hans, or you're from Brooklyn, New York, loving the Chicago Bears, all the way to California like Bullets, doing the electric boogaloo, watching the Bears. It is
Good movie.
It's a disease. Unfortunate at times. It sucks. It'll ruin your week if they lose, but the pride and passion that we do have for them is inseparable. It's unbelievable, the love and the camaraderie. I was talking, Jeff Crooms, my boy, shout him out. He's been dealing with so much, but his sister has become a Bears fan. And she's like, Phil, I'm wearing my Bears hat. And we were going into Black Panther, and she's telling me this story. I'm wearing my Bears hat, and I'm at this store in Connecticut up in Windsor Locks, and somebody else is a Bears fan. And he looks at me, and I look at him, and I go, "Go Bear!" And he goes, "Go Bear!" And she's like, I just felt this bond, this connect. And she was describing what I've known my whole life, because you travel anywhere. And I think Bears fans in Chicago don't understand it. When you're so far out here, there's so many Bears fans, and it is a family, and that's the reality of the truth. I can't top you guys off. Thanksgiving is about family. I shout out my dad for coming on the show, for the whole show tonight, hanging out with us. It was,
except for the time when he left to go talk to Randy, but we won't
And shout out my mom who's here, my kids, all of my kids that promote the show, love the show, even the twin tornadoes. But shout out to my angel, my wife, Steph. I know she's probably still upset. at the kid. You know, as a parent, you yell at your kids and then later you feel guilty, like you're not a good parent.
Oh yeah.
Steph goes through that daily. I'm like, Steph, they're two boys. Come on. They're just driving you crazy.
Send them up here. I'll send Emerson down there.
Yeah,
I'll take
she
the
would
boys
love
for a
the baby.
weekend.
Trade 1 for 2.
She has
right
that
now.
baby fever. I'm like, hell fucking no. Don't even bring a baby near me.
7 minutes, that'll be done with this.
3 a.m. crying.
Shout out the guy who ended the show there, Chris Zorich. There he is. I love him, even though he breaks. Look, how many books. Those are real books, Jack.
You got to read all those fucking books now by the sound of it, Phil.
Well, that's for next week's show. Shout out Jim Larison's wife right there,
Yes.
Jen, for putting on an amazing show. We're going to show all that. The TTNL party. I've already got the place. Me, Cherie, and Steph with Uncle Jim Larison have devised where we're going to have this party next year. And we are going to open it up to some patrons as well. I forget the number Jim put on the amount of patrons that are going to be special invite. It's going to be like blue shirt only instead. You know how Puffy has a white suit or whatever. What is that? We're going to have Navy party.
Puffy
Something
shirt like Acevedo's curtains in that one room in his house.
Acevedo's got hats.
Tell you what,
Okay.
man.
Hey, shout out to Courtney Cronin and Dion Miller who showed up and showed out for TTNL.
What time did Dion leave the party?
I don't know. 'Cause Bratcher was trying to
Bratcher,
take her out.
he told her to leave. Bratcher was counting drinks.
Listen.
Oh boy, you're
It's
lucky
been a
I
great-
wasn't there, Bratcher.
I told you, dude.
I said the same
all
thing.
weekend.
I said the same shit.
Claudia comes
I
over
said
to
the
me.
same thing.
You're not gonna believe what Bratcher did. I go, I don't even want to know.
Phil
bro."
called me. He's like, bro, all I'm gonna say is I can't get into it right now, but I gotta fucking tell you about Bratcher. Fuck you did. And I looked
I
out.
wasn't there.
Cars
I'm gonna let
text me. He's
Claudia
like,
talk about it.
Cars text me. He's like, Alan's a lot taller than I thought, but he's exactly who I thought he would be.
The only person
Yes.
shorter than Phil, Dion.
Yes. Next week we'll get into the TTNL party. We wanted to keep the tailgate. But honestly, guys, you fans that came out and supported TTNL, obviously some of you couldn't be there. That's no offense to you. We truly appreciate you guys, the fans, and everything you do. If you're a patron, keep it locked in. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving, so a lot of family time, football, turkey. Just kick back and enjoy the Tape Never Lies Network.
You see that
Keep it-
score, Bratcher and Vargas?
Yes, I am.
What's that?
Bulls are about to win with
Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1, and it should be it.
There you
Inbound
go.
it. Inbound it. All right. No, we're good. We're good.
I don't
We're
know.
good.
I
We're
don't
good.
want-
We're good.
I don't care about that. But that being said, big games in college football this weekend. None bigger than Ohio State versus Michigan. Saturday. Cherie's gonna be. Cherie, I'd be remiss. Did you have a prediction on that game, Cherie?
No, I didn't. I don't even want to think about it. The Illinois game gave me such a heart attack that I don't
Shouldn't even
even.
be undefeated. No, we don't need to talk about that game.
Okay, but we are.
What were you stressed about? The referees gave you every fucking call.
Every
there
fucking
was.
game. Gotta have that marquee matchup next week.
Here we go. Here we go. Ohio State squeaked one out Northwestern. Let's not forget that game. But we'll see.
Where are they playing? At Ohio State?
Phil, can you hear me? This is your dad speaking. Can you hear me?
They're playing at Michigan, right?
No, it's in Ohio.
It's at Ohio
The
State.
Horseshoe.
It's gonna be a
Uh-oh.
tough game.
That's going to be a tough game.
At the Horseshoe, so.
Big money on Ohio State there.
Oh, Bratcher's betting big money. That double time and a half money, I'll tell you that.
All $13 of it.
I made $26 on that bitch.
We'll be live Monday.
Straight to Bob
We'll
Evans.
be on again
Double plate.
Saturday.
You know what? Give her that fancy corn.
Throwing some mashed potatoes in that motherfucker. Sorry, Phil.
We'll be live all weekend, leading up to Bears Hour Live right after Bears versus Jets, with a special visit from Claudio and Chris Jackal. Yes, Chris Jackal. Where has he been? I know he will be in Giant Stadium on Sunday with Claudio. We'll finally hear from those two about the game there, and we'll cover everything with you. X's with the O's will be a combo show with Eric Kramer on Saturday, and my Tape Never Lies series will be out either tomorrow, Thanksgiving, or Friday morning. All the best to you guys. We'll see you next week. For Shane, the smartest man, Cherie, Lady Bear, for Ivan, the super producer, and Alan Bratcher, Team Mongo, always, and my dad, Coach O. Here, thanks for watching.
I enjoyed it.
Keeping it 100. We made it.
The tape never lies.
Hey, fuckers. This is Brian Erlacher, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies.
TTNL, the tape never lies. Tape never lies. Are you friends with Adam Rank? I am.
Come on. Phil, could you hear me?
You guys know the tape never lies.
That's
Hey,
it.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.